Morning all. Well, it's Saturday morning. It's actually going to be about 100 degrees today. We've had probably a good week of 70s, low 80s, which has been really nice. So last week we got busy. I didn't. I'm loafing, but yeah, there's that. We got her raked and baled Thursday night. Buddy of mine was did it for me, and we were out till about 10:30 Thursday night. We had a good little breeze and the dew wasn't coming on real strong, so we're kind of figuring that those are about 1,200 pound bales. So we got 18 of them, which I was a little bit disappointed, but we have had, well, you guys can see again, it is so freaking dry here now. It's drier this year than it was last year, because last year in July we had like 6-7 inches of rain that came, if you remember. And this year we haven't had a lot of rain, and we had rain in the spring, but we haven't had a lot of rain right now, and it's showing. So with the field the way it is out there, we're probably not going to get much gain before winter, which is too bad. But anyway, so this is his rake, and he rakes it with, this is an Alice, I think this is an Alice 90, if I remember right. In fact, what's interesting, this is a diesel tractor. This is actually a diesel 190, and if I remember right, from what the John Deere dealer told me, is the 190, or it might be, I think it was the 190, the Allis-Chalmers 190 gas version of this. The carburetor that's on these Alice's is what's on my John Deere 3020. And the reason that is the guy told me that years ago they had a hard time getting the Zeniths to run right on the 3020s, the gases. And somebody, whoever it was, figured out that the Alice carbs Zeniths were pretty much, there's really no adjustment to them. It's almost like bolt and go. You have to adjust your float. You can adjust your idle. But other than that, that's it. I have rebuilt that carburetor multiple times, and it always just runs. So yeah, that's interesting. It bolts right on. It's a little bit smaller where the mounts are, but it still works. And he said, when I took it in there, he informed me of that. I had him work on the transmission years ago, before I even started this channel. And he had told me that, he says, you realize that has an Allis-Chalmers carb? And I was like, I didn't know. He goes, yeah. He says, you'll want to keep that on there, because that's definitely a plus to leave it alone. So anyway, so that's what we rake it with. The rake he bought, he says it's pretty much used. I told him I wouldn't mind having that for a period of time with the tractor, because I think I could make improvements on it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could make improvements on it, not from the original stuff, but I can make it work like it's supposed to. So you know, one of the things that bothers me is the hitch is so low in the front. The wheels, instead of pitching straight, everything tilts. And to me, if the hitch was up a little higher, it would square things out. That's just one thing. He has to lower and raise the wheels by hand. If I think we can extend and get the hydraulic cylinders working better to raise those up. And I think once we were to square it out, it would raise them up, and then he would get higher clearance when he did raise them up than what he does. Anyway, so I told him I didn't want to butt in. That's his rake. It's just, you know, I like tinkering with that kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, that's just thought I'd give you an update. Hay's done. Mom and Dad's place is still ain't getting there. The guy that's doing it is taking his sweet time, and I think my parents are getting a little tired of it, and it should have been done, really. So who knows what's going to happen there. We'll keep an eye on that. Keep looking at that and seeing where we go. But yeah, that's it. Heading into fall, and we got a bunch of good things coming in the fall. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.